Welcome to another content video, guys. Today I'm going to give you guys 3 tips on how to effectively trade in a volatile environment like the one that we have right now. Now, before we get started, I want to thank everyone who's made all these videos possible. Your support, your comments, your likes, subscribes, and simply watching the videos makes it for me, makes it for everyone else, and I really enjoy the interaction between everyone, so keep it coming. And of course, there is a trading course in development that I am creating as well, which would go through all the patterns that I see in detail step by step. So let's talk about the 3 tips. Now, the first tip is more relevant than ever, which is buy on the dip, short sell on the high, and make sure you follow the trend. Okay, so let's take a look at this environment. This is SPY, which tracks the S&P 500 on the 180-day chart. You guys might be very well known that I go to this chart very often in my stock talks. You guys can see that last year, right, we had a constant uptrend with barely any breaks, right? But starting earlier this year, we see this choppiness up and down pattern, and you guys can see that we have a little more bearish pattern. So how do we actually trade in this environment? Well, like I said, we want to follow the trend, and the trend can be seen on the long term. You guys can do day trades as well, but if you want to be a little safer, look at the 1-year chart. So looking at the 1-year chart, you see this choppiness? All I have to say for this is when it starts reversing, right? When it starts reversing heading towards the top, just follow the trend. And you guys have several days to start investing. So for example, when it came down over here and started reversing, if you bought in at somewhere around this area, you would have had around 20 days, 20 days before you can release your position. So it doesn't have to be a day trade as long as you buy on the dip, which is more crucial than ever. Because if you bought on a dip last year, you didn't really have to, because if you thought this was a dip, right? If you guys felt that this was the dip, and then it kept going lower, you didn't really have to be worried, because at some point in the next 2 months, you could have just kept going up, right? You could have just rode the wave all the way back up. But now, if you buy near the peak, you're at an extreme risk for losing a big percentage of your capital. So following the trend is very critical. If you guys want, like, for example, when you see a reversal candle, and this is very kind of generalized, but you do see a reversal candle, you still have a couple of days to get in. See, you guys still had around 4 days to get in and get out to make your profit. Even here, when it started coming down, you guys had probably around 27 days before it started reversing and going on the uptrend. Follow the trend. So currently it is April 25th, and what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing some sort of reversal pattern. Now, I'm going to remove these 2 drawings because that's what I was thinking about earlier, but right? It came down, follow the trend. When it comes down, start short selling. When it starts reversing, this is a good time to start buying. Where do you not want to buy is you don't want to be late to the party. What do I mean by that? If you start buying when it's already trending up over here, your margin of profit is little, but your margin of loss is massive. Don't take that chance when there's a probable area of reversal. All right, tip number 2, if you guys do want to day trade based off of the VWAP. Now, this is more applicable if you see a horizontal pattern as we saw in these days over here. We had a string of 16 days approximately of horizontal trading. Now, what do I mean by that? Looking at the down here, you guys can see that there's massive fluctuations up and down, right? Over here. And if you trade based off of VWAP, for example, if you guys were looking at a VWAP, VWAP shows a very good daily indicator of where to buy, where to sell. You want to buy at the bottom VWAP and sell at the top VWAP. So let's take a look at the 1-minute chart. I can't really show you here, but today we did see a reversal day. So where's the VWAP, guys? So looking on the 1-day chart, the VWAP is shown by these lines over here. You guys can see that I have a golden line, the pink line, and then the lighter pink line on the top. This is the VWAP. You want to buy when it hits the golden VWAP and sell when it hits near the top VWAP. That's the general trend, and that's how you make money. do not buy near the top because you're risking more loss at that point. Now, the third tip is especially for beginner, intermediate, or even some advanced traders who are losing money right now. And especially in this environment when you're a beginner trader or intermediate trader, if you're not used to some choppiness, if you're used to just riding the wave up, then this tip is for you. Use only 10% of your overall capital. What does that mean? Say you have $1,000 that you can invest. Try the market by putting in $100, okay? Try $100 and see, okay, for example, if you guys want to buy the ticker Square, you can buy 2 shares of Square. See where that takes you, because it could easily come down 5 to 10% without taking a huge toll on your account. Especially if you're starting to use margin, you guys can imagine how quickly you can lose money, especially if you're on margin and you don't have a good entry or exit. So those are my 3 tips for today. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Like if you like this video, and I will see you guys next week probably for another content video. I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much.